Yo, people, welcome back to Lion in the Room, episode 9. Same as always, we try and keep it consistent, but we're happy to have you guys here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We also have episodes on Spotify and Amazon Music. Still trying to get Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called. We're still trying to get them to recognize the podcast, but we'll soon be there. I'm your host, Leo, and I got my boy, Kay.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're good.
How you feeling, bro? You starting to look tired day after day.
Bro, this work in life, we're trying. It's just, it's a normal thing in life. I always say, we just, as long as we're doing our best.
Yeah.
We'll be
the pay
all
week's
right.
coming up as well, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nice one. And I got a special guest as well. A good friend of mine. We've been friends for a while, and I would say he's someone who's trying to bring himself up in the world. Another creative, more into the fashion industry, owner, and I would say main designer of Berserk. Welcome, Shiloh.
Yo.
How you doing, my man? Welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
Nice one, bro. Nice.
A little bit stressed, but
Stressed?
Yeah.
Why would you say so?
I don't know. I haven't been on one of these in a long time.
You've been on a... When was the last time? Aside from when we did it, have you ever been before?
No. That was the last time we did one.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. Well, it's nice to have you. We're just gonna... I'd say it's the same thing we've done with previous episodes. We'll talk, we'll get to know you a bit more. Obviously,
we already know you.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know you, basically.
That's good.
We'll talk a lot more about your... What would you call Berserk? That's like your
Passion project, I'd say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about the project. We'll talk more about why you chose that and how you're balancing it with, your work life and I'd say your personal life as well. Because leaving uni, we can all agree that it's been not difficult, but
it's been an experience.
We've been busy. We've been really busy trying to, sort things out and find the best ways for us to cope in the world, man, because there's so much going on. Prices are going up as well.
Yeah.
And that also even affects you in terms of buying products, in terms of making stuff. But come on, bro. Give us a little introduction. Let the people get to know you.
So my name's Shiloh. I know you just heard that already. So I went to uni with Kola and Leo. Good friends since then. Then I think I started designing a while ago. I think it was during lockdown, so I really didn't have a lot of free time. No, sorry, other way around. I had a lot of free time and nothing really to fill it in. And I'd kind of had the ideas, like sketches and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me try and see if I can actually do it, So I think that's my main passion project. I play football as well.
Yeah.
And then I work for finance as well. So obviously I juggle a lot of things at the same time. So yeah, that's it. I
remember with football, you wanted to follow it as a career. We're not gonna say like it was just a hobby. How have you been able to focus on improving your skills while being able to manage work and also not going to work and your performance would be lackluster?
Yeah, football is a tough one because I was obviously playing abroad. So then that was when I was like, okay, I can actually do this properly because it's like I'm training 5 days a week and then I get food and everything, hotel and everything. And that was like, okay, this is football. And then it came up to the time of getting paid and then we just didn't get paid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I was about to ask, what was the food like? But
we had the food, we had the hotel all covered. And then I was like, okay, so we had the agent out there and I was like, okay, let's try to get paid.
Yeah.
And we keep chasing, it was training, keep chasing. And it's just like, at some point, you need money.
Wait.
But obviously, it was up.
So was it like they just didn't want to pay you or what?
I don't even know. The issue was like, they had so this was not in like the best league.
Yeah.
So they had our passports and they were like processing all the visa stuff. But it's not like if I had an agent in the UK that had my passport, I'd be a bit more relaxed and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But I was in Tajikistan, then in Turkey. And then at that point, it's like, this guy could really just do anything with my passport. And I was just like, okay, we have to play it kind of well because if we don't get the passports back and if we low-key could just be stuck here.
Yeah.
Damn. So yeah, I didn't want to press it too much. But then after, obviously, it was like 2 months there. After we didn't get paid, I was like, okay, lucky, it might be just time to go.
Yeah, true. So you just packed up and left?
Yeah, we packed up. I packed up and left by myself because I could find a flight. And then when I came back is when I kind of really started applying for jobs in the UK. And then God willing, I thank God. Like it was one of the 3 jobs I applied to is the ones I got. So after that, I kind of just went full on into my job, and then it's been like that ever since. And then I took a big step back from football after that, just to try and really like mesh myself into the job.
Yeah.
And then from there, I've now started to play football a little bit more.
Okay.
Here and there.
Are you still trying to follow it as a career? Or
I don't know. It's a tough one because I'm playing a good level. So if anyone knows, I'm playing in like Billericay. I don't know if anyone knows that team.
Never.
But I'm playing there in Essex. So that's a decent level.
Okay.
But like, I don't know if the money I get is not worth it enough to push it.
To full time it, but
exactly.
It's just something you can still do on the side as extra income.
But the issue with that now is like, if I really want to push it, I'm gonna have to sacrifice work as well. But then I don't know how. Like, if I push it more, if it's gonna be worthwhile in the future. So it's kind of
it's a bit of a risk to push it full time. That's how it is with football. My cousin's doing something similar thing as you're doing. Actually, he's playing in the country in Europe. I've forgotten the name. I'm so sorry, bro. But like,
good.
He the thing is, he started off as a striker. Then he kind of changed his position to right back, and then he's gone back to being a striker. Because what happened was, growing up, he wasn't like the tallest guy, but then like, he had a growth spurt. So he's like 6'4" now.
Oh,
and it's like, I know.
What was his original height?
He was like 5'7".
What?
Yes, bro.
As a striker, that's tough.
He was like 5'7", so he was like short, and he had that little sense that you could dribble. And then he became 6'4". It's like, you have to change your style. So he became a right back, but then he's adapted, so he's not a target man. So he's like up front, just headers, all that Haaland type stuff. So eventually he's done good enough to the point that he's in the league. I think he scored a hat-trick at some point. But,
you need to put the...
So he's always been able to play ever since he was like young. Now that we're talking about it, like, what position do you play? Like,
well, actually, I play center mid.
Yeah, I remember.
But you fit the bill for that. Like,
no, but the thing is, like, I'm 6'4", so every time I play, the managers or like the coach and stuff or whatever, they try to always push me to centre back, which is really annoying. Because obviously there's not a lot of people that are my height. Yeah. So
you have more of a defensive presence.
Exactly. But like, I really don't enjoy it.
No, nobody really enjoys that centre back. Aside from those that like to, break niggas' ankles and stuff.
There's some people that on the team I train with who enjoy it.
Yeah,
that's just like being a menace, pricing people's games. Like, I have a friend who was like a centre mid as well, but then he moved to centre back because like he got taller as well. So it's like people who have that strong body who are just like taller, they always put them at the back. But you know what? I'm gonna make a guess now. Like, without you telling me, I feel like you'd be more like, do you know who Milinkovic Savic is as like a midfielder?
Oh, is it
Milinkovic Savic?
Oh, Milinkovic Savic.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, Milinkovic Savic.
That's the type of midfielder he reminds me of.
I thought he was.
I don't know how he plays. Milinkovic Savic was like CDM.
He's like a centre mid.
He used to play for Lazio.
Oh, so he can play centre back. He can play DM. He can even play strike because of his height.
I played strike last week.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, last 5 minutes it was 0-0. And I scored a goal. But it was offside. It was offside. I know.
You didn't need to tell us that one, did you? Well, that's good. That's good, man. I like everything you said now, because your experience going to Turkey, you said, obviously we're not coming out to bash the experience, but it, I guess, wasn't what you expected and not how you wanted it to end. But you come to see that not a lot of, I would say, organizations have the sources or the funds to provide for these young players. You have a lot of people that are up and coming, like we spoke about in the previous episode, just came out today. Ambition.
We gotta let them know it just came out today.
Link in
we're
the
already
description.
recording another episode for you guys, so you can see we're working.
Oh man, but like you realize that a lot of people have the ambition, and it's not always the lack of work ethic, because look at you, bro. You basically have 3 jobs. We all kind of have like 3 jobs over here. We all have different things that we're doing, but you realize that opportunities are not provided as much, and a lot of times they're very scarce. For you to even find what you have and to consistently play, I imagine it's consistent, isn't it? Consistently play, that's obviously very impressive because they all believe in you, and at the same time they see your skill, they see your work ethic. That's really nice, man. It's really good to see that. I ain't got much to talk about. I don't really have much to talk about when it comes to football because I'm a Chelsea fan, and it's very hard, man.
Well, I support United, so what 12 to 11?
Yeah, they just sacked your manager, man. Like,
what?
Didn't they sack Ten Hag? There's no way you don't know that.
There's no way. It's actually,
you know what? I'm not even a United. I'm a Chelsea fan.
They sacked Ten Hag, bro. Like, and
damn.
It was very crazy.
I don't think it's.
I thought he was still on.
I thought they should have given him more time.
It's because you want us to lose. I was like, once again,
I didn't see the vision anymore, man. It kind of seemed like he was very authoritarian. Is that the word? I think that's authoritative. Yeah. Well, either one.
Yeah,
he was very authoritarian. He was very
my way.
Yeah, my way or the highway, which is expected of a manager, but like, you are kind of obligated to make and help the players understand your vision.
Yeah.
As to why so many players are able to tolerate Pep. Like,
maybe his vision was just terrible. I can't even lie.
Berserk needed some knee crosses.
I was seeing the vision like 2037.
I didn't see it, bro. When I saw Ronaldo come, did he leave January or end of the season? January. I was shocked. There, you could see that there was a clash.
A manager like Ten Hag could never work with a player like Ronaldo.
Because when you think about it, bro, Ajax, you can't compare Ajax to. They're good in their league, and that's why they're able to stand out. I mean, they won a few Champions Leagues, didn't they, as well?
Yeah,
and they did have
two or three.
You have players like Cruyff and who was that guy? I've forgotten his name, but it was a really good CDM. Also played Rijkaard.
Okay,
Rijkaard. Oh yeah,
Frank Rijkaard. Not going to embarrass myself.
that was my guy on
Ultimate Team.
When they did the shapeshifter.
That
was a nice one. But you realize that like a lot of people, a lot of teams, a lot of clubs, a lot of youth teams and organizations, like to just summarize everything I'm saying, lack the opportunities for younger people to come in and build a way or pave a way for themselves, and for you to find yourselves at the top youth clubs, like let's say, I mean, Ajax has a very good youth academy.
Man City, I think now.
City, Chelsea, and
Crystal Palace even,
Exactly. They all have really good academies, but how many people have the opportunities to get in there? It's really tough. It's really tough. And I just want people to know that regardless of how tough it is, you just need to keep going because if you stop, someone else is going to take your position and all you're going to do is just regret, and that can always turn into something negative. But hey, man, lion in the room, let's get into the main topic. So Shiloh, now obviously we know you've had Berserk clothing for a while, but I don't think I've actually ever asked why Berserk, why the name, and how did it all come about? Because I mean, anyone can start a fashion brand, but you got a website now, you have your page. You put stuff on TikTok too? I think you put stuff on TikTok. Put stuff on TikTok. And you have sold a few pieces. Like, if anything, I might as well just show the people now, man, because this is actually pretty nice. I'd say I've had this for a while, bro. This is Beserk duffel bag. Just decent design. He's not even smiling. Look at your work, nigga. This is pretty nice.
I've seen this so many times.
Oh, wow.
But I'd say it's pretty nice, man. I bought it from you, and I feel like it's always good to buy, from your home.
Support
the local, what would you call it?
Enterprise. I don't know.
Support the local enterprise. It's good to just help out, but give us a little insight, bro. Why the name Berserk, and how did everything come about?
I don't know. It's actually a long story. I think when I was designing, I didn't really have a name the first time. I think I was listening to one song by Travis Scott. Let me think if I can. I think it's Sweet Sweet.
Okay.
And then there's one line in there's like Go Berserk. I was like, oh, that really resonated. I don't know why it resonated with me, but I just thought, oh, that just sounds it, So I've actually gone through a lot in terms of the name. So obviously at the beginning it was just Berserk.
Yeah.
Then I made it Beserk Design Pages because at that point I was just designing random stuff. I was just putting stuff out on page, literally just on my website. I was just putting random stuff on. Nothing was for sale yet. It was just like, that was literally my design pages. I just put it directly on there.
Yeah.
Right now it's called Beserk Studios because we're getting more into more into a refined stage where it's like, with Berserk, it's kind of like I think the word, I don't know what Berserk means, but it's like kind of crazy, like the hustle and bustle of life. And the studio is more relaxed and more, so I want to kind of like juxtapose those things, two ideas together. So now we're moving into a more, I guess, premium feel, premium experience kind of thing. So really work. I think the thing I've been working on recently now is just the whole buyer experience.
Yeah.
So one thing that I always think about is like, okay, if you buy something from Primark, obviously you recognize that brown Primark bag.
Of course.
That's something that everyone sees.
Yeah.
If you buy something from Selfridges, you've got that yellow bag. Everyone sees
How
it.
greedy.
And if you buy something from Louis Vuitton, you have that orange box. There's no other orange like it. Like you won't see anything.
The orange and blue, innit?
Yeah. So that like kind of royal navy blue kind of color.
Yeah, like a dark tone.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to really work on is having that instant recognizability. And I don't know if you see my TikTok, but that's what I've been posting on my TikTok recently.
I like that. Yeah.
That's what I want to really have the sense of like, I've seen like clothing brands that pop up and then like make a lot of money quickly. Obviously, I'm not gonna be ashamed. I've made tons of money. I've made this amount. I've made tons of money, but my main focus is making like the really, really strong foundations of having that excellent like
brand quality.
Yeah. Buyer experience, and even my experience. Like when I pack stuff, I want it to be like, okay, I'm really giving this gift to someone. You know what I mean? Like when you, I know when you buy something from maybe say like Swarovski or Pandora, they give you the option to have that box.
Yeah.
And it's tied up. I want to have that experience from my end, and also from when you're opening, it's like, oh my God, I just got a piece of Berserk. Like, oh my God, it's actually really nice. And like, so I don't know, some people, you'll see, it's really weird actually, but you see like when people are selling houses, they'll have those like Chanel bags in the photos. It's really weird. Yeah, because like,
is it like to raise
the quality sense, I guess, of the house? Yeah,
to show that there's been like wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like it's on top of that, like people will actually keep boxes that they think look nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Because
true. That's true.
Like, yeah, saying?
Go ahead.
No, it's like I keep a couple of boxes because I thought, oh, this looks really nice. Like I remember this, like, or I remember when I bought this, it made me really good, like gave me a really good feeling. So I keep it, and it also looks nice. So that's what I want to have, you know, for people who buy my stuff. You know.
Okay, that's nice, man. I think that's really cool because what I've come to understand from everything you said is that you want to give your customers, your audience, a form of uniqueness. There should be this genuinity in the way you put out Berserk, and then in the way you distribute items or purchased items. You know, the packaging, it's like it's specially made for that customer.
Exactly.
That's really nice, man, because I can say that there's some similarities in Lion's Den and Lion in the Room. Lion in the Room, I want it to be unique and genuine to my audience so that they can see how it stands out from others, and being able to reach out to people in a way that other people cannot, because there's only one way I can understand a person. But as I grow and as I learn and as I experience things myself, I'm open to more, I would say, avenues, more routes that I can then pick and adapt to. That allows me to open myself or open up to more people or even start to understand a lot more. So it's really good, man. It's really good that Berserk's able to do that.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, yeah.
I think we kind of share the same idea where we want it to be perfect when we put it out, which also leads it to being like, because obviously, I don't know if anyone sees my TikToks or Instagrams and stuff. I post and then I take like long breaks. Yeah. Because I really, really hyper analyze like if this is the right vision, if this is the right pose, at the right time. So it does, I don't know, it's hard to be happy with your work when it's like, you know, this is something that you really, really want to push for the future, you know?
I think that may stem from the fact that when you put out a project, you kind of see it as like an extension of yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, because when I put this out, this is my work, this is my fingerprint, my handwriting, this is me. This is what I've put my energy, time into this project. Ideally, you want it to be great because it's like, you know, it's like when you step out of the house, you want to look good. You don't want to look like a bum. You want to look like, hey, that's a good dude. It's that type of thing. So exactly. You want to get that reaction. So obviously it's like when I'm putting this effort, I want people to see that I put the time. Like when you look at this thing, you know, I put the time, I put the work in, you know, I put the quality in. It's not a rush job. This took time. So yeah, I get where that comes from, to be honest. Like, I think that it also extends to the same thing with what we do is like, you know, because obviously use the camera, they see us, but it's like there's a lot that goes on behind it.
Tons of work
you know,
behind
like,
it,
okay, sometimes we do have to do multiple takes of this. It's like, because we want to get it right. We want to get everything right for the people to see, to show high quality, genuine, authentic content. And then let's not talk about the fact that the hours of editing that this guy over here,
All him.
that guy and the
him.
one sitting in the chair there does, is like the hours of editing to, you know, put the stuff together and then release it to the public. Because at the same time, it shows this is what we have. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we will be gone at some point. We'll be gone.
Damn.
I'm gone in the graves.
Whoa.
To come down is a long time, long time. But it's like,
You never
when
know.
people who never had the chance to meet us look back,
Yeah. This
what
is what
we've
we have.
made is
Yeah.
all we have to speak for ourselves.
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah, I get it.
Well, nah.
Lovely stuff, man.
Took it
Honestly,
deep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I agree. It's really lovely how we can, you know, have an idea, put it out there.
Yeah.
And you know, as soon as you put it out there, you start developing. You might find yourself at a roadblock, but once you break that down, you're still developing your work, your project, like your baby, bro. Like, so you give it all the time and attention it needs. Sometimes, bro, I'll be at work and I'm thinking, I want to just come back home and
just
edit some stuff.
yeah.
Or just, bro, stare at my soundboard, man, because
There'll be times at work. Should I say this? There'll be times at work I just be looking at my website, low key.
I don't be doing that now.
I'm just like, how do I improve? You know?
Yeah.
Low key.
It's not.
Don't catch me.
It's nice because like it shows that at least, I mean, hey man, you could be looking at other stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, you could be doing so many other things, but I understand that every place requires, you know, a certain level of priority. You know, when you're at work, you need to be focused on work. But sometimes it's just nice to look back at your work, look back at your podcast, look back at how it's doing. Bro, I was so happy. Like, we brought episode 7, and I was like, oh, we're at 59 subscribers. That we'll be looking forward to getting to 60. The goal is to get to 70 by the end of the month. Bro, I brought out episode, I keep saying 8, sorry.
Right? It's 8.
It was 8.
I keep saying 7. I keep forgetting. I like the
I
number
think
7.
episode 7 was a special episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
So episode 6 was with Lana. Episode 7 was the mental health.
Mental
Oh,
health.
yeah, yeah.
Episode
That
7 was the
that
mental
a
health.
deep episode.
Yeah,
I really like
yeah.
that episode.
So like with episode 8, we were talking about, you know, like going up to 70 subscribers. Bro, like how many days after? Probably like a day after, we were at 62. So I was just like, oh damn.
We're
So
getting
it's nice, bro. It's really nice just having something you can work on, because I mean, it still goes back to ambition, having something you've dreamt about, having something you've seen or you've wanted for yourself. It's good. It gives you some form of fulfillment. And when you achieve it, it's even better.
Yeah, I think that I mean, obviously, I could be happy with Berserk if it's just purely for me. Obviously, I want it to expand. I want it to be huge as possible. I want it to be long lasting after I've gone. But I would also be happy if it's just me. But that external validation also does help a lot. You know, when you put something out there and you're like, oh yeah, people actually do kind of
The
see my
recognition.
vision. Yeah. See what I'm going for. See people buy into my idea of what fashion could be, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then for you, like podcasting as well, when you're getting that validation by getting your subscribers up, it's like, okay, I'm doing
It
something
makes
right.
me feel like people like to listen.
Yeah,
You know what I
or
mean?
listen
Because
to
I mean, like everybody wants to do good. You know, everybody wants their stuff to be perfect. But you know, like on that journey to perfection, you find struggles along the way, and realize, truthfully, you can never reach perfection because you can never please everybody. So you can only look for perfection in you and perfection in God. You know, because God is the only sole perfection that we can never attain. But to ask you my final question on Berserk, what kind of stuff are you trying to sell? Because you got these pants on, you got the beanie on, they're quite nice, bro. But are you focused on one particular style of clothing, or are you looking at branching out? So like, I can definitely say you're more into casual, loose streetwear. Are you looking to do anything else? And accessorize, of course.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think my whole philosophy generally is like the clothes I wear or the clothes I design is what I want my friends to be wearing if they want to go out, if they want to feel good, if they want to feel comfortable. That's just the whole thing. Like maybe you're going to a night out or something like that. Like you want to wear a jacket. I want to be able to design a jacket that just fits perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
Or if you're just like lounging and just chatting right now, just put some sweatpants on that just feel nice to put you in like a good sense of yourself, you know? With streetwear, I think it's kind of limited. So I would definitely want to expand. That's going to be a lot of learning because obviously I've grown up with streetwear a lot. When I was younger, I would just be like mixing up clothes and stuff and just seeing what I can do.
Yeah.
So I know a lot about streetwear, like the fabrics and that kind of stuff. But if I was to branch out into like more formal wear, which is something I really want to do, that would take a lot of learning. Something I was doing over the summer was actually learning how to sew my first dress, which was a lot harder than I've ever. That's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Like I've sewn jeans, sewn jackets, sewn t-shirts, shirts themselves, hem them. I can do all that. Dresses is like just to make the fit perfect is impossible. But like I have one vision of a dress that's perfect. So when it comes out, it's just like
You trying to share that vision right now?
I can't. It's too special.
It's still confidential.
Gatekeeping.
It's a beautiful dress though. Whoever wants to buy it, it's there.
Oh, okay.
That's nice, man. What's your website? What's your website called?
It's BeserkDesignPages.com. Kept the name. There's an homage to the original brand name. But yeah, if you could throw it up anywhere on the screen,
It'll probably be
beautiful.
next to you. It'll probably be next to you,
beautiful.
man. I wanted to ask as well. I said that was the last question, but I'm just gonna
No,
ask
it's
something
fine.
else again. Now, I know you've been working very closely with friends as well. But last year you got the opportunity to travel and branch out. You know, you were able to network with other people. I want to ask, how was it like networking, because you went to the US, how was it like networking with already established individuals, seeing how they lived, and what did you think of their lifestyle?
Well, okay, well, I'll answer that backwards. The lifestyle is not for me, I would say. A lot of them are like, obviously we went out every day, which I wouldn't recommend.
It was just to put yourself out there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend because I was the one driving. So
No,
7 days of going out, 7 days of driving is not easy.
hectic, man.
But like you really, when we're out there, obviously we see the same people every day, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I saw you today. I saw you today. I saw you today. But then you really think about it. It's like they're here every day. Like after a point, I feel like I would get tired of that kind of lifestyle. But the networking was really good. Like there, a lot of people. I think me myself included, a lot of people kind of get scared of talking to people because they have an established name. They have a check mark on their name. Even one of our friends now has a check mark, and it's like I could just speak to him like freely, you know? And it's like, I was really scared, but we were meeting people for like My Wife and Kids, if anyone knows what show that is. I've never watched it myself, but Oge will hate me if I don't shout him out. He loves that show. We met people from there, got a lot of contacts, had a lot of good conversations there. And it's like, these people are just regular people. So the networking is really not like you have to push yourself onto them. It's more like you just make friends and then you see where it goes from there. And to your first question, what was the first question again?
My first question was, I forgot.
How was it in the US? It was good.
How was it traveling? What was it? It was the fact that you went out there to network. The fact that you went out there to network, how was it? How was it networking?
I think networking itself is super important, and then really pushing yourself. Because one thing I think about a lot is the fact that the UK, the population is like, what is it?
It's a lot less.
Check it if I'm wrong, but I think it's like 62 mil or something like that.
For like a little asterisk.
Yeah. If I get it wrong, I'll get it wrong.
Editor, do your job.
But in America, my demographic first and foremost, which is like 18 to 28, and like girls and boys, obviously, there's 330 million people in America. So when I recognize like that could be a really good push, I want to be out there like doing that kind of networking stuff, because it's kind of crazy. One of our first sales came from America, and I don't even advertise there, just based off the networking.
Did you send it over there?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I've done most of our sales. Well, let's not say most of the sales. I say the financial bulk of our sales come from America. and Canada, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, they do have very
They have lots more money, a lot more money. So they got a lot more
and
money
even
to
their
spend.
choices in clothing. I mean,
Exactly,
It was just really recently that boys started wearing more cargo pants and relaxed pants.
Yeah,
bro, the skinny jean era,
I was a victim.
bro.
I was a victim.
Please put a picture of Cola with good skinny jeans.
You know what?
No, I remember.
You know what even saved me? I think I said this on like maybe episode 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I had like 6 pairs. It was like
Oh, my.
my girl just told me, look, you can't keep doing this.
You can't keep doing
She just got me my first pair of cargos, and
Good.
after I got hooked, and it's
Thank
like
you.
relaxed pants, baggy stuff. It's like,
who'd you say glowed up more, you or your girl?
it was me. It was
Yeah,
me.
you.
It was me. It was me.
Hey man, the black wife epidemic. What's that thing they say?
Yeah, once you get like a
black girl.
girl, bro, you
Start dressing.
glow up. You start dressing, bro. You glow up.
Oh my days, man. Jeez.
Okay. So we've been speaking about your brand, but like I just wanted to actually get your opinion, because I know we had mentioned it previously in terms of like your style, but like really and truly, like what is your favorite type of, clothes to wear? Like what would you say of just on a regular day basis?
Because when they say style, bro, you got style. I can't lie.
I don't even know.
You remember the blue? Remember the blue jean? When we went to London last year.
Yeah.
The jean
denim
cargo
jackets.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember
That was tough. That was tough, bro. Oh my days. That was not. And you wore the black. Was it the black Prada shoes?
They're my favorites. I can't lie.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. But
Anyways,
I
back
don't
to
know
the
with my style. I don't know. I think it's. I wouldn't say it's like incredibly unique. Because I don't really think anyone really wants to be incredibly unique. They want to have like unique pieces on them, but like most people kind of have the same sort of like outfit style, you know?
I think, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Like obviously, most people go out will wear a shirt and jeans or shirt and this is and it's kind of just like remixing. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel with fashion. You're just trying to like perfect certain things in there, you know,
and just put like your own little
stamp on
watermark.
it. Yeah, exactly.
The already based style, basically.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like with the new collection, which is the Heritage Collection 2024. It's still on the website, by the way, beserkdesignpages.com. Look at it.
Nice. Don't forget, guys.
Don't forget, I'll say it again. But yeah, with the Heritage Collection, I think the thing that I was thinking about is like just the stories of different places. Because obviously I've traveled quite a bit. All of us have traveled, I think, quite a bit. Like America, Nigeria, like we have a lot of What? Is that crazy? I mean, just because you went to Nigeria very recently.
Bro, I went to Germany at some point, bro. Please.
Oh yeah, Cyprus, Germany. Okay, that was the most recent. Sorry,
Just want to give him some credit.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, I think we're quite well traveled in the sense that we've like been to places, we've experienced the places as well. Not just like you just go there, short stop, and then like you go there and really experience the cultures there. And I think with the Heritage Collection, for me, I'm trying to be like standing out. And then really taking cues from the different like cultures and I don't know, just the cultures of the different places I've been to. So like with the collection, we'll have like Lagos pieces, we got pieces from Paris, we got pieces from Tokyo, LA, New York. And I think it's not just one thing I don't like to, obviously not to hate on anyone else, but like one thing I don't want to do is like have it as the fashion centers of the world per se, which is like Paris Fashion Week, New York, London.
You didn't want to have it at Paris Fashion Week?
No, I would want to have, but like with the Heritage Collection, it's not like I wanted to. I didn't want to pay homage to the fashion centers. I wanted to be a personal like. This is the place I've been to.
Just your experience.
Exactly. So these are the places. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Not particular fashion weeks, but just particular places
that like resonate with me, and then like I've had a good experience, or even a negative experience. Like I've had an experience there, you know.
Of course.
So yeah, that's what the new collection is, and then so we have a range of teas that I'm really really happy with, because it's like you can just tell it's me, you know. Like I don't know if we put a picture up or whatever, but it's the Berserk. There's a Paris tea that's in I think it's in blue. And there's a Lagos tea that's in black, and it's black on black. And it, like the thing is, a lot when I go out, people just know the brand just based on the whole design. You kind of be able to tell, but like that's one thing I want to know. Like, that's one thing I want to have. Whereas like my style is like people just know that it's Berserk, you know, without having to ask me, without having to say, oh, is this the you know it's Berserk.
You
know?
just know.
Exactly.
You know, I think that could also be determined by just like the type of, you know, fabrics you may use.
Exactly,
Because,
yeah.
You know, with Louis Vuitton now, they use certain fabrics that it's like, you can't find this
anywhere else
on other stuff. Like that's how people tell the real from the fake.
Exactly.
Because we have a lot of copycat brands and whatnot. So yeah, I actually just wanted to touch on a bit more about that, your experiences. So like, how do you translate your experience in a country onto the fashion?
That's a very good
good
question.
one.
That's a good question. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. my bad.
I think with the Paris, which was the first one, which was the first part of the collection, obviously because the main icon of Paris is the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, how am I going to incorporate it into the brand, sort of.
Okay.
So I was thinking, obviously, so we have this I don't know if you've seen the logo, but it's like a 9-star logo in a circle. And then there's a 9-star logo, which is also here on the pants you can see.
I know what you're talking about.
With that, I was like, okay, I've got to incorporate like pieces from Paris, which was like the main thing was the Eiffel Tower. So I put that in the center to really like focus on that. With Lagos, I did the same thing, but with the flag, and then it's like alternating colors and it's shimmering as well. And then I think like for me, like you can just see, if you see this, it's like, okay, this is about Lagos or this is about Paris. And then I think that's the most important thing. Like it's instantly like, I don't know, it just makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I think I get what you mean in terms of just like, you know, because it's like monuments is like how you feel when you experience these monuments.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
It's definitely hard to like
it can
quantify a feeling.
It's not exactly, because with fashion design, it's all abstract, it's all subjective, you know. And I actually just wanted to, because I think, remember when you were still doing your TikToks, you used to do like these little documentaries of how you make the clothes. Like I think, you used to do.
I think I was doing a documentary of me sewing one of the Paris tees, but it was like a button-up t-shirt, a crop button-up t-shirt. That was tough, but I definitely need to get back into the TikTok bag, into my TikTok bag.
What do you normally? What's that thing you normally use to print designs?
So I was doing a lot of it myself. It was a Cricut machine. Cricut. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
I was about to say.
No.
I guess not.
It's Cricut or Cricut. I'm not 100% sure. But so that was it was hard work. I can't lie.
Okay.
It was hard work. But I think just me doing it myself meant that I really could chop and change as and when I wanted. Obviously now we're moving into more like Oge's shout him out again, but he's behind the scenes trying to sort out, because we've got a manufacturer. We're trying to make sure like it's absolutely perfect for when it comes out properly. But yeah, back then it was like I'm really getting my hands on every single piece. Like anything that anyone bought would go through me.
Yeah.
And it's like I really have that responsibility of making it really, really nice and making it sure like it comes out as well as it can, you know?
Good.
Yeah. I actually do agree with that. I think it also adds on to like the value, like to know that the creator of Berserk handcrafts, you know, obviously it's like as Berserk gets bigger, it's not always going to be the most feasible thing to do, you know, because like at some point, you know, hopefully in the future you'll be printing out thousands of copies and putting it out. But it's like with the ones that have been, you know, handcrafted, like they will become more valuable because like, you know, it shows the time, the effort. Once again, I'm touching on this topic again because it's like, to me, it's such a beautiful thing. It's like, it shows how you did it and the way you document the, you know, the process. Because I watched one of those, you did it like, or there's a
time lapse.
Yeah. It's like, it shows, okay, this is how I do it each night. You know, I take the time. I think, have you done one? Did you ever do one with the jeans or what's that thing? Because I know you did with
I
the
think
t-shirt.
I did one with the jeans, but I think I took it down.
Oh, wow.
I'm a perfectionist with social media. I really hate social media. I can't lie. Let's not get into that, but I really do not. I just...
Yeah, I
even on my personal Instagram, I have one photo because I don't know. I just can't do it.
You should start putting out your projects just like that.
I should.
Yeah.
Something like something on the wall, like a little poster planner or something like that. But I wanted to ask, it's really nice to see that you have a passion for your craft. So much as you've actually turned it into some form of job. You know, at some point you'll be earning more. I mean, that's not really the main goal, but at some point that will be something you'll be looking at. Everybody in the world now is finding a way to express themselves in the things that they do. Sometimes those things are very necessary for other people to see a bigger picture. Sometimes I would say it does not add purpose. If anything, it removes purpose from what they're creating. For you, my bro, are you trying to put something out there? Are there any messages you ever feel like you want to share? And do you ever feel like you would use Berserk to speak on an agenda or raise awareness?
I tried to stay away from agendas in general, but I think no. There's my whole thing. Ever since I think I started Berserk, it's like the main 4 colors I use, which are black, white, red, and blue. I think they're quite like quite differing colors. And then now the whole heritage collection. I think my whole philosophy is like I want people who are buying into my idea. They're like, we might all be from different cultures, different places, we grew up differently, but we're all kind of like the same in that sort of way. Like we all can appreciate our own different cultures. Like obviously I rock the Lagos tee, I rock the Paris tee a lot of time, and then there's a lot of other stuff that I'd be wearing. But it's like for me, I want people who are wearing my stuff as well in the future to be like, okay, I might not be from this place, but I can still appreciate this culture. You know, I just want people to have like a good appreciation of cultures. In terms of like, I don't know, political agendas, I try to stay away from as much as possible because like you can never be right for everyone.
Yeah,
of course.
I just don't really talk too much about that kind of stuff, you know.
It's good that you said that. You can never really please everyone. But going back to you know, embracing culture, that is really good, man, because there are so many different ways to talk about it. There are so many different proverbs and you know, metaphors for it. But long story short, we all bleed red, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just being born in a different part of the world gives you that uniqueness, that that original feeling when you have a culture. You know, you come out there and you later on have the opportunity to move out or go into other parts of the world. You meet other cultures and you're able to embrace them. Nowadays, in the world we're in, it's quite sad because a lot of times embracing culture can either be seen as, you know, direct, like flat out cultural appropriation, or some people just don't want you to be immersed in their culture. Reasons being whatever they are, but it's good to see that Berserk can bring some form of unity, or at least that's the goal. Because think about a photo shoot, man, like all different kinds of ethnic groups, whatever, or however you want to do it, all wearing Berserk clothing, even if they had like a 3-line sentence saying, I don't know, we stand united, or everyone Berserk. It could be anything, man. But from that, you're paving a way for you to grab people as you walk past, which is pretty cool, man. And I appreciate how you do that. A lot of people forget that although we have our own things to focus on, we have our struggles, we're still on this world obligated to help a person however we can. It could be by saying something, it could be by doing something, it could be by putting out your merch, and then a person believes in you. And hey, man, people make mistakes in the world, people disappoint, but knowing that you can stand up and focus on your dreams and focus on what's important, and at the same time keep yourself, I guess, legit, or be very honest, or have this high sense of integrity. And I believe that, like, you know, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. But
I was gonna say something, just based off what you said. I think in the whole sense of like unity and really having that, because one thing I've always done, I don't think I'm gonna do much now, but I've always taken the photos for Berserk. And like I do most of the editing for the photos that go up on the website. And one thing I always believe in is that like the people that mourn for me are my friends, you know, people around me. I'm not, it's not the model brand. It's just like, it's it's actual people that are around you. Just like just like this podcast, it's like this actual conversation. It's like actual people that are wearing this, and then they feel a sense of like togetherness, you know? And then for me, the thing I've always said, like, I will never edit a photo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't clean up blemishes. Like, there should be a sense of like, I'm happy who
This is just who I am.
Exactly. So like,
just showing that human
side. Like, obviously there'll be a lot of clothes, like brands and fashion houses and stuff like that want that perfection look. But for me, I want the realistic, like, we are human and this is me kind of thing. Like, even the photos that I take of my friends, like Will, who else have I taken? Like Chidi, Dio, shouting out all these people now. I don't edit their photos. Obviously, I make like the backgrounds fit well, but like them themselves, like blemish and all, that's just you know, that's how you see them in real life, you know. So I really want people to appreciate, like, I'm beautiful however I am, you know?
Yeah.
And then obviously the piece of clothing just enhances that kind of thing, you know? Not be hiding blemishes and stuff.
I think it's called beauty in the imperfection, or perfection in the imperfection.
Yeah.
One or the other.
No, beauty and imperfection.
Yeah,
beauty and imperfection. Because you are, when you hear imperfection, you're kind of like, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
So like when you describe a person's looks with words similar or akin to imperfection, you're kind of basically saying this person isn't beautiful enough, or just flat out ugly, you know. So it, don't know why you're laughing, but I'm trying to say that it's bad. It's bad, but it's really good that you have a vision that will enable people, you know, to come as they are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, to come as they are, and that's all we just really need to do, man. But hey, if you were invited to Fashion Week, what are you wearing? Like tomorrow, it's here in Reading. Never gonna be here in Reading though, but what are you wearing?
I'd have to go head to toe in Berserk, can't I? And then some Balenciagas.
Yeah, okay, cool. Stand out.
Yeah.
But what exactly? Yeah.
I guess find out. I'm joking. I was gonna say find out. But like, I have this pair of jeans that I'm designing right now. They're still kind of in the drawing phase. I've been learning to draw as well. Obviously, I do a lot of stuff on Photoshop and Illustrator, but like learning to actually do the drawing itself is a lot harder. So I'm trying to learn how to draw. So I got one pair of jeans, not really jeans, like cargo jeans kind of thing. But they would look very nice. And then probably a denim jacket. Yeah, probably a denim jacket that I've designed as well. Easy white tee or something like that. And then that's it.
You like to accessorize, don't you?
Yeah.
Come on, nice. Silver or gold?
Silver.
Silver.
I think my tone is not gold, because like my skin tone.
Yeah, give us a bit more info on that, because I don't really know. I just work. I like gold. I like how it looks on my skin. But like, what did you mean by that? Like, in terms of tone?
I don't know. I think
there's a thing about it, like
color theory or something like that.
You can wear silver and gold if you wanted.
Yeah, of course you can.
You can wear what you want, but
no. I mean, like, in terms of like your own skin tone, like, you specifically, you could wear, like, the thing. I feel like the gold will stand out on you. Silver will stand out on you.
I think for me, I have a yellow. Was it base color?
I've heard this thing, they use it in makeup.
Yeah, so if you have like a reddish undertone, maybe that's more goldish.
Okay,
gold will suit you better. But if you have like a yellowish gold one, it will clash kind of.
Oh
yeah, so that's why almost all my jewelry is silver.
Silver. Yeah. Okay. Damn, bro. I used to wear some silver pieces. Now it's just gold, bro. It's nice. I like the way it sits on a black t-shirt. You know?
Yeah.
On a white shirt, I mean, fair enough. Silver looks so much cleaner. But like, no, man, give me like something.
I think I do something funny though, because I hide my jewelry. I'm wearing a necklace right now, but I don't like to hide my jewelry.
I feel like I have a very long neck, bro. I just like to put my stuff.
Yeah,
I like to put my stuff out there so people can see it there, man. Even like with shirts. If I'm wearing a roll neck, I'm gonna keep it like halfway. I'm never really gonna keep it so low. Or a button-up shirt. I'm never really gonna have it buttoned up, because then it still makes my neck look so long, bro.
Unless like you're wearing a tie. Then button up,
but I don't know. I just wear I think I wear the jewelry because it's like, just makes me feel nice.
Even if
no one sees it, I just like it, you know?
Yeah, I want to look pretty, bro. Like, come on.
Jewelry can just be like the finishing touch. Like,
Yeah.
Of course.
Like the cap when you
just like how some people wear shoes, bro. Like, damn, you might wear some shoes, come out there and
sliders.
You come out wearing whatever you want to wear, bro, and you're comfortable. You like it, man. But like, you have different pieces that you can use aesthetically as like your finishing pieces. You know, for some people you can accessorize with earrings, bracelets, whatever. Some people it's the shoes. Some people it's your jacket. You know what I mean? You might wear like an all black outfit and get like a red jacket. You're definitely gonna stand out wherever you're going. So it's really cool, man. Fashion is diverse.
Incredible.
Do you believe that is also recyclable?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, depending on what, like a lot of the stuff that comes out now is made of polyester, which is made of. Like,
Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean like I didn't mean
like the actual
material.
fabric.
I mean like fashion. I mean like fashion terms. You know,
is it like
let's say
cyclical?
let's say like flare jeans. You know, you saw flares in the 80s. You know, you're seeing flares now.
Yeah, definitely.
You can say like you know, fashion as a trend is recyclable.
Definitely.
I think it's definitely cyclical, but people don't ever realize that it's coming back. Like, with what you said, like flare jeans, that came back. I came back quite strongly. Even like straight leg jeans, like I think my first pair of jeans was ever was like a straight leg jeans, and I never wore them because
I never liked them.
I was skinny all the way for me, skinny all the way.
Skinny.
And then I grew up finally, thank God.
Yeah.
Bro, that pee was so tight for me, bro. I still kept on wearing that
You
pee.
have to jump to put
Literally,
the skinnies on. The tighter the skinnies,
and my mom was like, just wear
big
the straight jeans, and just wear the straight jeans. Like, no, they don't look nice. But then obviously you grow up and you grow into different styles. But yeah, as everyone grows and there's a new generation, it kind of just repeats and repeats. Obviously, you kind of finalize what your style is, but obviously, yeah, fashion is definitely cyclical.
Nice.
I think one thing that's gonna come back is like the hype beast stuff. Like that whole hype beast, like the whole Supreme thing. Yeah.
You think so?
I don't think I want that to come back.
I don't like it.
No,
Wow.
it reminds me of my teenage days.
I liked some of their pieces, like till now, but not the ones that stand.
Obsessed with Supreme. Like Supreme, I was obsessed. Bathing Ape, was it?
Yeah, Bathing Ape, yeah.
I was so upset. You know the one that like
The zip up.
the zip up hoodie that zips all the way to the face.
I don't like that.
I just like that.
That
Cool.
was cool. I wear that, put some skinny jeans on, wear high top shoes with the skinnies. That was my stuff.
Oh, really?
You were a YN before the YNs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I knew I could say that.
I guess you can say
Oh my
You need
days.
the skinniest jeans in Atlanta, bro. That's what you need.
like, like that's just trying to wear. Like you wear skinny jeans, you wear like a white
White
vest.
tee, and then you got that face mask there. Yeah, balaclava even, sorry.
Bro, I just hope it never comes back. No,
It's coming back. It won't come back with you, but it'll come back for the next generation. Because they'll be like, oh my God, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. And then boom, let's start again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're gradually reaching the end of the episode now, my friend. But I wanted to ask, in relation to our previous episodes, we did talk about mental health. We talked about achieving more and self-fulfillment. So for you, bro, in working on Berserk, having your job, playing football, hobby and career, and being able to manage those things, how have you worked on that? And at the same time, how has your mental responded? What's your mental health been like? Have you been able to work to your best ability? And have you ever felt like, just stopping?
That's a good question, actually. I think just playing football from a very young age, you kind of learn or you experience a lot of losses as well as wins. So for me, like, I never tried to get too happy when we win or score or anything. But then that also means that on the flip side, when we concede, I'm never the one that's like, like doom and gloom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think I've really learned to temper my emotions. So I don't know if anyone has met me in public. Like, I feel like I'm very, 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 very calm person. Like, I don't get rattled very easily. So I think with the mental health stuff, it's kind of like, I think it kind of plays into it in that sense. Like when something bad happens at work or like there's a bad day, and there has been like, there's one market day that was like, wow, I need to lock in. But like for someone else who doesn't really know that, like, I can just do harder work or I can work harder, it might take them back and it really, really affect them in that moment and then into the future. But for me, it's like, I know like bad stuff is going to happen. I know loss is going to happen. I know like you try your best all the time, have good ambitions, you try and work hard, but it's not always going to be the best work, So I know that that's gonna come. There's gonna be bad reviews. There's gonna be good days. And with football, especially, like if you do something bad, you'll know it in that instant because like
There's like a consequence.
Yeah.
it's literally the consequence happens right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like with work, obviously you can do the work and then later on it reviews. But like in football, you need
It's
to
instantaneous.
exactly instantaneous. So you need to like learn to swallow that kind of like emotion and then just like, okay, let me work harder to make sure this doesn't happen again, you know?
Do you feel like being able to overcome or look past the mistakes in football in such a fast-paced environment,
Mhm.
do you feel like that has helped you manage, I guess the long-term mistakes or the long-term consequences? Because they are both different, with football, basketball, sports, you can take a shot, a last second shot, and you miss it and you've lost the game. Or in volleyball, you miss your serve and you lose a point. But when it comes to, let's say, a business transaction,
It takes a
you may feel like it's gone through successfully, but then 2 weeks after you find out from your manager or whoever's in charge of operation that, hey, there was this mistake and now this has messed up, the transactions or let's say the business relationship. Do you feel like one is harder to swallow than the other? Pause.
I think, yeah, definitely the second one is harder to take because it's like with when the what's it called, the review is instantaneous, you kind of already know that you flopped or you done something bad. But like if you genuinely think you've done well, you'll temper your expectations quite high. And then when there's something bad, like you come like you said, like as you said, oh, this wasn't done well, it didn't go through. It's like there's a big disconnect. It's like, oh my God, I thought I did so well and I actually did really badly.
Yeah.
So I think with that, it's like it's not really a mental health thing for me. It's more like it's always having like a good temper of your emotions, having good control, but it's also just making sure like the work you're doing is also really high quality at all times, kind of thing.
Okay.
Because obviously it's like, as long as you do the work hard and like you know you did it to a good standard, obviously there's gonna be mistakes, wherever.
Yeah.
But as long as you know you did it in a good sense, and you genuinely thought you did it well, you can speak to your manager, even if there's some sort of disconnect, you'd be like, okay, there's a reason I thought I did it well. Maybe I was incorrect, but next time I can work on this part,
Yeah.
I agree. That's good. Sorry, Kate, before you go on.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase or let me give a new question in that case. We're all young people, 23, 24. And we all know that mental health is very serious. In some places, it's a lot more serious than others, and there are different ways to go about it. For you in society, how do you manage your mental health, or how do you how do you cope with such?
There's only one real thing that's ever really, really shaken me. But I kind of think the person that this concerns knows, but like I've always had this kind of mentality that because of where I came from and how I grew up and everything, it's like I always know that God's with me. So it's like everything's gonna be fine in the end. So I have that kind of like, okay, something bad's happened, but we'll figure it out. Or this has gone, like I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling right now, but like we'll figure it out. That's always been my mentality.
And you were able to pull through.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like I have the idea that no matter what, it will be sorted out. So I don't stress too much. And I think for me, and I think a lot of people as well, stress really does affect them in a way that's negative.
It does.
So it's like now you're focusing on stressing when you could be focusing on the stuff that actually needs the work that needs to be done. So for me, it's like I let God handle the finish line. I know the finish line's already there. It's going to be made. I'm going to make it. But now let's figure out how to get there, Let me not stress. I'll be like, okay, I know I'm going to make it. So let's figure it out.
Focus on the present.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think you can see that you already know that the finish line is made as a form of comfort.
Yeah.
Because I think the problem with stress like that in situations is like it comes from the fact that you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Because human beings
want to know.
Fear the unknown.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's like, that's also what relates to like fears of the dark. It's just like you don't know what's there.
Yeah.
So with that knowing is like, okay, you know that at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fine.
No, that's cool. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
If people like
enjoy
that
your
stuff.
sweet. At the end of the day, you know that I'm gonna be fine. So it's like, okay, let's just see how we got to the end. you
Exactly.
know? Because at the end of the day, and it makes sense, it really,
Yeah.
really does.
Nice stuff.
So let's see if this one thing that I'm working on is gonna make sense.
Amen, bro. Of course, come on.
God
You're
willing.
putting it out there, bro. It's gonna be something hot, bro. It better be something hot.
It's gonna drop.
Let's
Now-
find out.
In that case, we can gradually call it a close. We'll call it the end of the episode.
Let's make it 3 hours.
I want to ask you a question.
I was saying that since we started.
Oh my
I'm
days.
joking. Let's go.
Ambitions. You already have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You already have a plan. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I feel like 5 years is kind of close. We'd be like 28, 27.
Mm.
10 years, like we'll all be like in our 30s.
Mm.
What do you want for yourself? You've told us about football,
Mm-hmm.
told us about Berserk, and you have your finance job / career.
Mm-hmm.
What's Shiloh doing?
When I first turned 20, I think the main thing that I was like considering was like, in the next 10 years, this time horizon's coming. We're all gonna be married, low key.
Yeah.
So in the next 10 years,
man.
I really do want to be married and have like at least one child, So that's it. I think for me, all the work I do is for my family,
Yeah.
Like I might enjoy it myself, but it's like I want that. Obviously, I think I had a good growing up. I had a good amount of opportunities growing up, but there's some opportunities I was like, I would love to give that to my kids. So that's something I really want to like push straight from the off,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just think, I don't know, probably gardening.
Gardening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
My mom does a lot of gardening. So
Oh, okay. You're being
yeah.
serious.
Yeah, there's not like if I'm married with kids, like I'll be doing all my like fashion stuff and work stuff, but like I don't know, like there's a lot of people that have a really, really good work ethic, right? Really have high ambitions, but like there's one thing I always say, you'll do all this work and then you come home and there's just no one there and it's like, why have I worked?
That does bite though. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. I've exhausted all my questions, man. K, my boy, you got any questions?
I just have one more. So,
Okay.
obviously, I just wanted to find out in terms of, Berserk, like just what plans do you just currently have for the future?
Well, for the I think for the short-term future, it's just dropping the next collection.
Mhm.
We're trying to work something out for winter. Just one like sweater, which is gonna come out. It's really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Olga is working on that right now. And then I think for the long-term future, it's kind of like I want it to be ubiquitous. So just like always there, coming up with new stuff. Like I don't want it to be an Instagram brand or a TikTok brand that just comes in, makes its money and goes. I really want to have like
An actual
cultural
long
impact.
lasting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. So I think that's just the thing for me. I'm always gonna wear Berserk. Like it's just what I wear. So if other people want to buy it as well, that's cool. Like I'll just keep designing and just like as I started Beserk Design Pages, it's like I just design stuff that I know I'm gonna wear.
Yeah.
So I just be like, if people want to wear that as well, cool. So if it goes out in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, it's like it's cool.
Good stuff, man. Keep putting it out there. Well, like I said, thank you very much, my bro. I really appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you for taking
The time.
the time, man.
Can I say one last thing?
Of course.
BeserkDesignPages.com.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Lovely stuff.
I told you I'd say it.
That's good, man. That's the only thing you can do, put yourself out there, let the
course.
people know. And hey, you might see some of our fans in some Berserk clothing.
I hope so.
Well, that is everything. That has been Lion in the Room, episode 9. We're cooking up something good for episode 10. So you guys look forward to that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Shiloh's pages. His Instagram and other socials will be shown as well. But yeah, show some love to yourself. Think about life. Find some ambition, people. God bless you. Take care. Lion in the Room. We are out. Peace. It's just...
Oh, okay.